Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on Not a Nail Tech, I'm going to be trying to recreate some of these galaxy, rainbow, psychedelic nails that are very cute. I haven't tagged who made these nails because on Pinterest it's an absolute nightmare and nobody tags anyone, so it's a bit of a free-for-all. If you do know whose pictures those were in the video, I would absolutely love to know. Tag them down below. It would be great to see some more of their work. So I'm starting off with Simplicity, and this is just our background colour. I'm just going to do a couple of coats of this, curing in between, just to get it opaque as possible. I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure, and then I'm going in with Ultra Matte Coat, and I'm just doing this because I'm going to be doing a lot of detail work and I much prefer working on a matte base because the colours can't slip and slide anywhere. So just an even layer of this, and then I'm popping it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Next I'm using Periwinkle, and I'm just going to do kind of like a wavy line across the nail. You can do this absolutely wherever you want, and I'm just going to go in and make sure that's nice and smooth, thicken it up a bit, and also make sure that the edges are square to the edge of the nail. I don't want them tapering off too much because the brush naturally does that. What we're going to be doing is just doing kind of layering of this same technique. So once that's secured, I'm going in with Mint to Be and doing pretty much exactly the same thing. And I think I've used 5 colours for the little rainbow section, but I can't remember. So you just want kind of pastel colours that all tone together, that look nice together. I have alternated them, so I haven't put any colours right next to each other that are too similar either, because I want them to stand out a little bit. And each line down, I'm going to add in a little bit more bulk on the curve that goes towards the bottom of the nail. So as you can see on there, it's a little bit thicker. It's not very easy to see though, so I'll show you as we go through. Next I'm using Forget Me Not, and I forgot to take a little video of the product, so I just popped that on screen for you so you can see it, but it will be tagged down below and in the video as well. So you can see on here what I'm doing the line across and then just going back in and thickening up that area under the curve. Do you see what I mean? So it starts to look like a drip. That's kind of what we're looking for, and that'll give it the psychedelic look. Once that's cured, I'm going in with Spring Daffodil and just doing exactly the same thing and making that curved bit that goes towards the nail even longer and more drippy. Luckily our colours are really well pigmented, so I only needed 1 coat of all of these because it would have been a bit of a pain in the bum if I'd have had to go over every single section twice. And next I'm using Sakura and doing exactly the same thing, following that line along and then making those drips even longer. Like I say, make sure you cure in between all of these little sections because you don't want them blending together. It'll all start to look a little bit mucky if you do. And I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds again. Now our rainbow's complete. I'm going in with Serious Black and literally outlining that pink section and just filling it all in, and this will just kind of be our galaxy, if you like, the space. We're going to put stars and stuff on it. It'll just give it a lot of depth as well, because if we'd have left it just with the nude colour underneath, it wouldn't be as obvious that the rainbow was there. Once I've followed that line along, I'm just going to fill in the bottom, kind of like a French tip almost, and just make sure it's well covered. I will need 2 coats of this just because it's such a big section, it will start to look a little bit streaky. I'm going to pop that into cure and then just go in with a second coat. I'm going to make sure that's cured, and then I'm going in with our gel top coat nail sealer, and I tend to use this a lot for evening out any sections when I've done a lot of detail work, because you will find there will be a little bit of texture on this nail from the detail work we've done. So this is going on literally to fill in any of those delves and gaps. And then I'm going to cure that and go in with our ultra matte coat to mattify the whole nail. And I mean, the nail will be matte in the end, but I am doing this more for my own sake, because I'm going to go in and add some stars, and I want it to be really easy to see and for it to not slide all over the place. Once that's cured, I'm taking Snow White and a dotting tool, and then just going in and dotting on some medium-sized dots where I want my stars to be. And if you haven't seen my videos before, this is my favourite way of doing stars. It's really simple, really easy. Just do a dot in the middle, take a fine detail brush with not a lot of product on, just a teeny tiny bit, and drag that product out to the top, the bottom and both of the sides, and you get kind of like a sparkly star. Not a traditional star, but like a twinkly star, if you know what I mean. And I'm just going to do that on all of those dots that I've done so far. Now they're done, I'm just going in with a smaller dotting tool and just adding some random little dots, and this will also just make it look a little bit sparkly, twinkly, you know what I mean, a bit more like a galaxy, and I'm just going to do them kind of sporadically across the nail. I'm going to pop that into cure and then finish it all off with one more matte coat, because I do want the whole nail matte. So one thing I would say is, if you're doing matte coat over any detail work like this, you want to wipe off the inhibition layer with some gel res remover, or put on a top coat first, because it can smudge the inhibition layer a little bit. So that's what I'd done, just wiped it down, put on that matte coat and cured it, and there we have it, guys. I did do a full set of these so you can see how you could do different shapes, different patterns, all that kind of thing. I think they're so cute. Really pretty, really twinkly, but also like quite graphic designy as well, which is one of my favourite styles of nails. Anyway, if you want any of the products that we've used today, they'll be tagged in the video and linked down below as well. Give us a like, let us know what you think of this video, tell us what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye!